The Bitcoin price has once again broken out to a new all-time high. Are the bulls potentially setting up for a rip towards 50, even 60,000? Or, my friends, could this all potentially be one gigantic trap luring in the last of the Moon Boys before a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Let's begin right here with the components of the micro trend on the 1 hour time frame. I think this is important to look at right now before we continue with any more macro analysis. But of course, before we begin, if you could, please smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for that. And if you are brand new, well, hey, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you don't miss any more of these very, very important Bitcoin analyses. With that being said, I think we can all clearly see the line of importance here. This was the old line of upward sloping resistance, which has now essentially turned into the new line of tentative local support. And this actually becomes very clear when we flip it onto the line chart, which only accounts for candle body closes. Even more so on the 4 hour time frame, it is a very clear and distinguished line of a flip from resistance to support, in my opinion. Let's get this crypto. But let's now go back to the candlestick chart and the 1 hour time frame. I mean, before we even continue here, I need to address what happened with this candle, okay? So we did have our bullish springboard to the upside after breaking the level of resistance. I mean, this is classic textbook action, right? You break a distinguished line of resistance to then see a springboard. Notice this sell-off here, right? Boom, absolutely devastating. Let's just take the price range tool, drop it down, nearly a 10% drop, okay? To then only continue higher, then to drop again, roughly 20% to the downside. Heinous, savage, borderline ludicrous, if you do in fact ask me. And this is concerning for me. And why is that? Well, purely because when you get into these absolutely euphoric parts of a market cycle, absolutely over-exuberant market conditions, volatility plays a large role, okay? And right now, with where we are in the trend, there are going to be people here looking to cash out large holdings. I mean, it's evident by a 20% drop to the downside. You have some people believing that this cannot go higher, that we are due for a correction at some point. And you have others that are very willing not only to market buy up when we break lines such as this, but to also buy the dip with buy orders stacked down below. And that is what's producing these types of candles. I mean, you have two very polarizing opinions here, folks, on what's going on. And that is a little bit concerning for me, purely because we didn't really see all too much of that down below, right, in the trend, more so when we were over here, right? There was much more consolidation type of action, right? Whereas up here, even in our flag over here, there was a lot of heinous volatility. And right now, even though we have continued up in a pretty linear fashion, right now the problem for the dawn is that a 20% drop to the downside, essentially after a fake out, right? I mean, let's chalk it up to what it is. This was a fake bullish breakout, right? Well, it was a bullish breakout, but it became a fake out because if you put your stop loss at break even, look, you got stopped out, right? I mean, that's just how it is. And right now, this market environment is chewing up and spitting out many very, very short-term traders here, right? Day traders are getting absolutely decimated in these conditions due to the amount of choppiness and volatility. I think that we still have a lot of volatility here to come over the next several weeks and or months, but this can be a very good thing, right? You know that the dawn looks to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto when opportunity does in fact arise. And folks, I think we may be setting up here for an absolutely explosive leg, either up or down. Right now, we're going to discuss both, okay? So first and foremost, I just want to put this out here in terms of a micro perspective. If we continue to trend above this line, right, and we do continue to create new higher highs, right, even if we are to drop to this level, find support again and continue up, I think it's still healthy. I mean, it's crazy because of the fact that Bitcoin right now is so overextended. I mean, anybody with trading experience, anybody with a borderline brain inside their cranium would understand, folks, that markets usually tend to give back at some point, right? A flash wick debacle from one entity deciding to sell off some holdings here like this, that's not a pullback, okay? That is a flash dump inside of a parabolic uptrend to be only immediately bought back up and continuing higher. That's not the type of correction we're talking about. A correction would be something more along the lines of this, right? Before you then look to continue a healthy uptrend, right? So right now, I mean, in terms of speculating long, sure, this thing could go right up to 50,000, 60,000. I mean, it's blown past all of our expectations recently, right? It just seems like this train cannot be derailed no matter what you throw in front of it. And that is amazing. Just from a trading perspective to the upside, in my opinion, there is inherently much more risk right now than in a normal market environment. Because at any moment in time, I feel that we are essentially awaiting for some type of catastrophic decline. Now, my reasons for that, just so you understand that I'm not just saying that, the weekly RSI right now, just take a look here, folks. We are in territory here that we have seen massive catastrophic declines time and time again, all throughout Bitcoin's history. I mean, you guys know, if you are subscribed here, I've done this stream after stream, and I've showed you, there are a ton of 50, 80, 40, 30% drops all up inside this range. Bitcoin really hasn't had one of those yet. And sure, past performance does not indicate future results. It does not have to occur in the same way. I'm just stating that, hey, we are in an absolutely crazy market environment right now. We have moon boys jumping out of the woodwork, ladies and gentlemen. Everywhere you look, moon, moon, moon. It's absolutely mind-boggling that with this much overexuberance, we're seeing Bitcoin being talked about on mainstream news networks, right? We're seeing Bitcoin slapped across the headlines of all of these publications. And my friends, yes, if you're new to trading and investing, that may seem like, well then, Kirby, doesn't that mean we're going straight to 100,000? My friends, generally, you get those types of publications and headlines when you are reaching the top of a cycle, because all of the smart money has been in, right, from an investment standpoint. Then you get the dumb money that piles in once it hits the news cycle, right? And let's see, I will pull this up here. The Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle, right? Generally, the news cycle comes in when you are either at the thrill or euphoria stage of the market cycle, right? Because they can't ignore what's going on anymore. That's why you only see penny stocks and things of that nature being talked about on the mainstream after they've already mooned by, whatever it is, 50x, 60x, and they can't believe what they've seen. They didn't tell you about it or talk about it before it happened. No, they only talk about it after it's happened. And then the dumb money piles in at the end, and then you see a debacle deep down into the market cycle abyss, right? Let's get this crypto. Now, I'm not saying that we have to be at the top of a market cycle or anything like that. In fact, I do want to show you why I still think there could potentially be room to run to the upside in a big way. But I just want you to be well aware that this feels a lot like 2017, right? This feels a lot like prior bubbles in this space. But this time it's different, Kirby. The institutions are in now, Kirby. They're never going to sell Bitcoin again. I get it, my friend. I understand that you're excited and all of that, right? And this is price discovery mode. I am extremely happy for Bitcoin. I'm just stating from a logical, rational, unemotional analyst inside this market that it would be expected and normal for a large correction, essentially like the ones we've seen in Bitcoin's past, 40, 50, 80, 30% corrections inside this massively overextended RSI zone on the weekly time frame, right? I just want to put that on your radar that if we see a drop, a massive drop, that this should not be something that catches you by surprise. And before we go to the potential bullish targets, folks, I just want to pull up here a Fibonacci retracement. All right, let's pull it from our low there. We'll start up here at the real move. Okay. Basically, I want to start right here. Okay. This was the beginning of this large leg. Okay. So basically what I'm looking for here with the Fibonacci is for a potential retrace point, right? For the bulls to step back in. And what I do like here, folks, from that perspective is that we do have the 0.5 and the 0.618 here, the honey hole of Don Fibonacci, right? Which is roughly between 18,800 and 16,150 on my chart. And what I really like about this is that, look at it. This is the 20-week moving average here. And it's right now at the time of recording inside this box and is also moving up quickly to potentially reach this horizontal line of support, potential support, right? Which was our old all-time high resistance, which then acted as new resistance here again to actually create the roof of our old bull flag here, right? Let's just clean this up. This created the bull flag here, the ceiling of the bull flag, which then we broke through and saw a springboard up to 35, 36,000, where we are at right now. Okay, so that range, if we were to drop that low, right? I know, little James Kirby, we're never going to sell again. Okay, I'll run with that, little James. If we were to see a hypothetical sell-off, right? This range for me certainly has a ton of confluence in it. The old all-time high resistance, the bull flag resistance, the right now, tentatively, the support of the 20-week moving average, which, just take a look, we don't have to do much explaining. The 20-week moving average has been a critical indicator and potential support line here for the Bitcoin bull markets in the past, right? And right now, it has, in my opinion, followed that trend to a T. We've broke above it, back tested it. It was support, and we've seen a springboard higher, right? So if we do get that in confluence there, wonderful. It is also in confluence tentatively right now with the Fibonacci honey hole of Don Fibonacci between the 0.5 and the 0.618. At roughly between 18,800 and 16,150. Let's get this crypto. So if we were to see some sort of heinous debacle here out of the blue, right? Just out of the blue, bang, before you can even, open up your chart again, it's just done, right? I still think that this does have the potential to be a very nice area for the bulls to potentially look to stockpile again before another true rip up in a healthy multi-year bull market. Let's get this crypto. So I just wanted to point out the downside first before we talk about the upside. Okay. If you are appreciating this thus far, the realistic approach here on this stream, folks, that thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. It really helps the channel. So thank you for that. And if you're brand new, well, by this point, you see what you're getting. Welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you are ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you do not miss any more of these very, very important analyses. Welcome to the channel. Okay. Now, before we continue here, and we're going to talk about the potential 50K target and the potential 61 to 62K target, right? What I want you guys to understand is that if we drop, you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan here, okay? I do not want to see you get wrecked and caught like a deer in the headlights simply because you did not plan in advance, right? You don't want to be that person that wakes up from a deep, deep sleep, opens their phone, looks at the Bitcoin price, and now wants to, cry yourself a river and go back to sleep, wishing that this was just a bad nightmare and that it was not reality. You understand what I'm saying, right? And how you avoid that is that you set up a plan for yourself. What are you going to do if it drops? Are you going to sell? Do you have a stop loss in place? Are you going to buy more and dollar cost average? Are you going to look to potentially short this thing to profit while it moves to the downside? Just have a plan, folks. Have a plan for yourself, okay? Right now, we are possibly entering another range of extremely high volatility here. And I know personally for myself, the Don is looking to strategize to potentially crush the move, even if it's down. We're going to talk about up in a moment, but just understand, even if this drops down from here in a way that will wreck most everybody you know inside this space, the Don is going to remain cool, calm, and collected and prepare to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto, whichever way it breaks. And my friends, I will be keeping you personally updated with my speculative plans to potentially crush the move. I'll keep you updated in real time, around the clock. Posts are essentially 24/7. When I see it, I post it, right? And that's what I provide in VIP is as I see my setups, my ideas take shape, I post them for you in real time. Okay, so if you want to see all of my trade setup ideas, entry ideas, exit ideas, potential take profit ideas, strategy ideas, everything like that, my friends, well, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. All right, seriously, today is the day, my friends. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. So let's talk about the upside now. Okay, we've spent a fair part of the video talking about the potential support, right? We want to see it hold as support here, right? If we drop down, well, sure, there is still some hope, but it's really this line that's being built for me now. If we drop below this line, I mean, we have to start targeting other areas. I think we've done enough pointing out for now. If you subscribe and tick the little bell, you'll see me talk about this more in the next stream, tentatively. Now, here on the daily time frame, we could see that we are in a blue sky breakout. There is no prior data up here. There is nothing. We are creating history every second of every day right now. Okay. That's why the micro view is so important. What we do have to go off of, however, is the Fibonacci extension targets here on the logarithmic time frame. Now, the first one I want to show you is from our rough top there at about 14,000 to our rough bottom there at about 3,800. We could see right here that the Fibonacci extension target, the 1.618 for this macro move here, right? From top to bottom, 14,000 roughly market cycle high to the roughly $3,800 market cycle low gives us our 1.618 golden Fibonacci extension ratio up at about 30,000. We've smashed through that, folks, right? And if you are subscribed here, you would know that the Don has been pointing that out as a potential target for a very, very long time. I mean, that should not have come as a surprise to you. Now, I mean, that first and foremost had to be the target, right? In terms of if the bulls smash through all levels, where is the algorithmic target, right? Where is the last essentially ratio of importance once we get to a blue sky breakout above the old all-time high? And for me, it was that one at about 30,000. But now, since that's been smashed through, instead of this market cycle here, we have to now look at this market cycle here, right? Rolling back in time, back to 2017. And if we take the Fibonacci tool from there and roughly extend it from the top to the bottom there, I mean, folks, this gives us a 1.618 Fibonacci extension target up over 60,000 here on my chart, okay? Let's actually put in the exact measurements, okay? One moment. With the exact price point coordinates from high to low, that gives us our 1.618 Fibonacci logarithmic extension target up at about 61,326 US dollars. You could see why this is absolutely absurd, right? But of course, the 30K target was absurd too. And I'm telling you, folks, I have been showing that one for a long, long time. Not to say that I wasn't showing how this could have potentially been a top, right? How this could have potentially seen a rejection, right? All of these are possibilities, right? We, as analysts of technical analysis, we're not looking to make predictions, right? Because nobody knows exactly what the market is going to do. As analysts of technical analysis, what we're looking for is a perceived edge, right? A confluence of patterns, indicators, and price action to say, hey, this looks like the momentum now may be with either the bulls or with the bears, giving myself a perceived edge to potentially crush the next market move and get this crypto, right? And with where we are at right now, with the momentum just continuing to skyrocket to the upside, with us having already smashed through that 30K 1.618 target, right there, the only mathematical / algorithmic target left for the Don of interest, just for me, right? Just for me on a personal level, is up here at about 61,326 US dollars. My friends, do you think we are going to hit that? Do you think that we hit that and see a blow off top? Do you think that we see a blow off top soon? There are a lot of things to take into consideration here, folks. Just the thing you need to take away from this video right now is you need to have a plan for all that happens. If we rocket up there, right? Again, what are you going to do? You going to take profit? You going to just hold on for the ride? You going to buy more, right? Are you going to then look to short for a potential rip down? You need to have a plan, folks, for all directions. That's what the big takeaway here is. Have a plan. I'm telling you, I'm going to be sharing my speculative plans for myself exclusively for you in VIP. And if you want to see all of that in real time, all of my real time entry alerts, exit alerts, potential take profit alerts, trade setup ideas, strategy ideas, if you want to see all of that from me in real time, today is truly the day, my friends. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. That's where I'll be posting all of this. I can only be here on YouTube once per day. VIP, it's around the clock. As the Don sees it, the Don posts it. And if the Don posts it, the Don done seen it. Right now, what I'm seeing here is the potential for a large move. You could see how there is certainly validity for a large potential move to the upside, potentially to that 61K target. Even above 61K, borderline almost halfway to 62K. Do you think that's going to go there? Tell me with a comment. What do you think? And are we due for a blow off top at any moment? Okay. Tell me what you think there, my friends. I want to see what your thoughts are in the comment section. Let me know if you've appreciated this analysis here today. Sheesh, I feel like this was a great stream. If you agree with that, hit the thumbs up button, let me know. And if you're brand new, once again, welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you're ever going to find. Hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you do not miss any more of these very, very important Bitcoin analyses. Welcome to the channel. And my friends, on that note, prepare for everything here. Do not get caught like a deer in the headlights. As I've stated, many in this space are just living la vida loca, my friends, as we continue to go up. Little James dancing on the tabletops. See, Kirby, see. Great. I see it. I see what you're talking about now. I'd like to see what happens and how you feel if the opposite of what you want to happen happens, right? So that's why I just keep emphasizing, my friends, you need to have a plan. If you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. The Don does not plan to fail. The Don plans to succeed. So as these moon boys and degenerates continue to live a life of peril and squalor, the Don will continue to grind for every Satoshi and dollar. Let's get this crypto. My friends, I am preparing right now to strike like a cobra out of the grass and potentially get this crypto when the move occurs. I will keep you personally updated in real time with every single of my personal speculative trade setup ideas, entry ideas, potential take profit ideas in absolute real time in VIP. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video, my friends. Do not get caught like a deer in the headlights here. Do not be taking that trip to Wrecked City with average Joe and James at the water cooler. You're better than that. You deserve better than that. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, Be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.
The material in this video has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any viewer. This video is presented solely for informational and entertainment purposes and is not to be construed as a recommendation, solicitation, or an offer to buy or sell any securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, or any related financial instruments. Nor should any of its content be taken as investment advice. Crypto Kirby is not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are completely speculative opinions and do not guarantee any specific result or profit. Trading and investing is extremely high risk and can result in the loss of all of your capital. Any opinions expressed in this video are subject to change without notice. Crypto Kirby is not under any obligation to update or keep current the information contained herein. Crypto Kirby may have an interest in the securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and or derivatives of any entities referred to in this material. Crypto Kirby accepts no liability whatsoever for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of the use of all or any part of this material. Crypto Kirby recommends that you consult with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Thank you for watching and have a great day.